What's up guys, welcome to another YouTube video. Today we have something a little bit different. Today we have a more motivational, real success story type of video where I'm gonna break down specifically how this member of the Metascaling Accelerator, so a coaching client, basically made 250K in 7 days with a specific flash campaign. And this is basically gonna be the first takeaway from the video, which was a brand anniversary type of flash campaign. So the idea of the video is to break down the exact process that we followed to get to those numbers. And I want to break down specifically 5 points. The first one is creative diversity. The second one is creative volume. Third one, the 5 phases of any successful flash campaign. Then we see the Facebook ads account structure to launch, and then the method to scale that was working for him pretty much. But before we get technical, again, I want to help people increase their belief level on the idea that this is possible, right? So if I go back to Black Friday, just for the sake of transparency, of course, covering I'm not going to reveal the name of the brand or anything like that, but right on Black Friday, he scaled, you see it right there, to 50K. And actually, when he joined the program in October, he said, my target is to make 50K a day on Black Friday. And he said exactly 50K, and he made 50K. Minimum 50K, he made 50K. Glad we're with the results. Without your help, we wouldn't make this. So, and I said, that's my commitment to you when you join the program. And that is true. So the process was, at the beginning of May, he reached out and he was like, hey, I would like to do another one-on-one of the ones that we have inside of the program to plan this campaign. I think we ended up doing 2 one-on-ones and 1 for check-in. Those are the extra things that I do when I see somebody super committed and is actually scaling like crazy. So you see there, 5th of May, 4:30 p.m., let's meet, let's go. And then you see it here, this was the first day of the campaign, so 25K already by 2 p.m. Vamos, 35.5, 42.5. Killer day, ad spend was 3 to 3.5. Thanks for all the help, bro. And congrats. So it was sounding like this is better than Black Friday. This is our season. You wouldn't believe if I only spent this 3K, 48.7. So almost breaking the record from Black Friday. And then we basically go into more coaching. What are the next steps? Would you start scaling the ad sets, start scaling this campaign, blah, blah, blah. So you see it right there, like it is possible. And basically the way that I work with guys like this, especially when I'm flexible when I see people are committed, right? So let's quickly break it down so this is useful for everybody. But I hope the screenshots and the fact that he can make those numbers on Black Friday and then on a brand anniversary compared to last year, 270% growth on a brand with stock, like an actual brand that's selling internationally, is a big difference. So what is each point, like as a definition? The first point is creative diversity, okay? So he is doing 50% of the creatives in-house and 50% of the creative externalized, like in an agency. So before the campaign, we inside of one of the coaching calls, we calculated more or less that he had about 30 images and he had, I think, 5 videos, different videos, and also dynamic carousel, which works good for him. So you see that we have very different formats, because from images, he had some big discount type of images, split screen, and then other types of images, and then videos, some with iPhone and some more professional, and dynamic carousel and dynamic collection ads, right? So you see there's a lot of creatives and you see there's diversity. So for a flash campaign, which is going to require rapid scaling, this right here is actually essential. Then the second point is this. right? So what are the 5 phases that we follow with any flash campaign? Phase number 1 is hype. Here we try to warm up people. We try to let everybody know that the campaign is coming before we publish the discount and before we go live. So basically we warm people up, that's it. So for this we use email and we use social media. Sometimes we can use reach ads, like to reach more people. Then the day of launch, the most important thing when we launch is the structure that I'll break it down right now. How do we launch the ads on Facebook? When we have so many ads and the campaign is only gonna lie long, and the campaign is only gonna last for 7 days. Then the urgency phase, and we actually, with this guy, we talked about a lot about how to push a lot of urgency on the website to increase conversion rate on the last few days. And then a couple more things that are relevant, but not so relevant: extension and branding. So we follow these 5 phases, all right? And then Facebook ads account structure. This is basically, if we have so many ads, how do we put them in the ads manager? And then what is the method to scale all of these creatives of the ones that are actually working? So how to implement this? Well, the first point, I said it already. Run flash campaigns, please. 1 per month, 1 per quarter, something like this, but you have to do this. Like, there's no discussion. And actually, if we go into the scaling system that I share with you guys on YouTube, like the one that I follow, the one that I always mention, one of the points here is flash campaigns. Why do I insist so much on flash campaigns? Because I've seen the difference. I've seen the scalability that a brand can experience during a flash campaign, and it's absolutely crazy. So what I do with clients, with the ad accounts that I operate and with coaching clients, we do a yearly warm-up. So either in the onboarding or whenever we have one-on-one sessions, whatever, we plan their year on what are going to be the important phases. And when this guy from the screenshot joined in October, he said Black Friday and brand anniversary in May. Those are my priorities when it comes to rapid scaling. And then, of course, I'm going to care a lot about the evergreen, and I want to find a way to scale a lot in evergreen, of course. So we plan that. Then the 5 phases, I train people on this. And actually, we do a quarterly workshop to prepare the important flash campaigns that are coming. And now it's May 18th. So at the beginning of June, we're doing the Q3 workshop to plan the summer sales and to plan August, because it's a challenging month in terms of low conversion rate, but low CPMs. So what are people going to do there? What are the trends? What can we expect this year? We cover that in a specific workshop training that I give to people in the program. And then also we cover the hyperscaling with Facebook ads. I believe in this so much, and I've shown this a lot of times with you guys. This is one of the ad accounts that I operate. This is Shopify. In 2022, they made 670K in general by having a lot of flash campaigns. We do a lot of flash campaigns in this account, right? A lot. And then next year, by doing a lot of flash campaigns also, but better, they crossed the 1 million mark, 1.3 million. And then in 2024, 2.5 million by, again, executing really good, one here, really good flash campaigns. Well, this is winter sales. So I really believe in this, and I've seen the difference that it makes. So I'll break down the Facebook ads account structure to launch this. Let's see where we are. Yeah, so Facebook ads account structure to launch this. Let's break it down. So Facebook ads to run a big flash campaign. Imagine it for your specific case. I don't care what it is. If you're running a summer sale, if you're running a brand anniversary next month, anything where you're preparing a specific event and you want to sell a lot. So point number 1, the idea is to front load the retargeting. So in the first 1 or 2 days of the campaign, when we go live, we go aggressive with retargeting, and we pretty much retarget everybody. So past customers, retargeting broad, so cold people, and retargeting hot, people that were on the website in the last 30 days and didn't buy. And we spend, 50 to 70% of the budget there. And then the rest is going to an ABO testing campaign. Considering that we have, with this guy, we had around 40 ads. We do not test the 40 ads in 40 ad sets. In this case, with him, we followed a bucket strategy to test. So basically, we would put things that were similar, we would put them together into one ad set. So for example, all images that are split screen format are gonna go into one ad set. And all images that are into UGC with a quote format will go into one ad set. So we first validate ad formats. Then after we launched this, and I think we had one extra Advantage Plus, but as an extra, just to be faster. After day 1 or 2, it's the question that he was asking on the WhatsApp, and you saw that he was saying, okay, what are the next steps? It was crazy, what do we do now? From this ABO testing, it's like, optimize, first of all, so eliminate the ad sets that are not working, and scale. How do you scale? The advantage here with this guy is that in Black Friday, I had already figured out what was his scaling strategy, what were his winning cost caps, what about CBO versus Advantage Plus. I knew all of this already. So with that in mind, it was just a matter of optimize, understand the ad sets that are working really good in the ABO testing, lower the retargeting budget a little bit, and now start creating scaling campaigns with ABO winners. So this is, for example, I'll give you an example. CBO images cost cap 90. And here, ad set 1 is split images. Then here, ad set 2, UGC images, and etc. until we do 3-4 ad sets, no more than that. And then the same is gonna go CBO video, and maybe we do Advantage Plus dynamic. So now we already have, in this simple structure, 3 scaling campaigns. 3 scaling campaigns that put together winning ads and that are gonna be able to support a higher budget than just a simple, ad set. So we followed a very similar approach to Black Friday. And after you set this thing up, there's one next step, which is something that I called CBO macro campaign, where you can put, I think he did a bid cap here, but it doesn't really matter. Like here, you basically want to consolidate. So everything here that is very separated into different campaigns, you want to just take the best and mix it in this CBO macro, which this CBO macro is going to have images, is going to have video, is going to have dynamic carousel. It's going to have a little bit of everything. I don't care on the specific format in this case. I only care about putting things together and scaling to the max. And there was one last thing that we did, which was having a burner campaign. Because when you run a brand and in a specific flash campaign, all of a sudden you're making so much money, it comes to mind the idea of, what if I have one of these CBOs at 450 per day, and you wonder, what if I put it to spend 2,000 per day? So he asked me this question, and I was like, Don't do it in the initial structure, which is very clean and very organized. Lean works good, the ROAS is great. Create one specific campaign that's going to be a burner campaign where you don't care about learning phase, you don't care about anything. And in there, you go crazy with the budgets. But it's very controlled. In this burner campaign, you put a little emoji to quickly recognize this campaign in the ads manager. And in here, you can go much crazier. And that's what he did. I'm not sure if this worked, I'm gonna be honest, because we didn't talk about this campaign specifically. But this would be a process that I would follow, quite simplified, and that we followed for this specific flash campaign, and to achieve those specific numbers, right? So again, I hope this served as motivation for some of you guys, and as a quick breakdown on, number one, the way that I work with these people, the results that we can get. And of course, I mean, a lot more than this is possible, and probably some of you that are watching would take this to millions, but others who are watching would be very happy with, I don't know, 29K. So it just depends on each one. It doesn't really matter at the scale, but it's the belief and the motivation of, okay, this is still possible. I mean, back in the day, everybody was uploading $1 million screenshots with dropshipping, and etc. Okay, this guy with a brand is doing this, and it's absolutely crazy. And he did the same thing on Black Friday. And now he's in peak season. He's gonna join the workshop that we're gonna have at the beginning of May. Then he's gonna run the summer sale. And then after that, we transition immediately into thinking about Q4. So that's pretty much how I work with coaching clients. If you put in the work, if you have product market fit and things are good, a lot can be done. So yeah, creative volume, creative diversity, do a lot of flash campaigns, become good at it, and then have a proper front load the retargeting, ABO testing. This is at the beginning. And then I lower the retargeting and I go into these CBO scaling types of campaigns, very separated. And then at the end, you can create the macro campaign. This macro campaign, for example, could become the burner campaign. And that is it, guys. Then you push as much as you can, and as long as it fits into your ROAS, and that's it. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was useful. For any information related to coaching, don't text me on Instagram, please. Just check the link that there's in the description where I explain who I work with. There's a video of me just explaining, if you're at this level, I can help you with this. If you're at that level, I can help you with this other thing. All of that. You can check the info there and book a call with me. And that is it. I'll see you on the next one. If you want to see more like this, I upload twice a week. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Wish you a very good start of your week. Ciao.